Imagine waking up with no house, no clothes, no fire, and no food waiting for you. Your only tools are your bare hands, your wits, and the instinct to survive. And if you don't move fast enough, you might become someone else's meal. This wasn't a nightmare. This was daily life for our earliest human ancestors, millions of years ago. But here's the mystery. How did fragile beings like us survive in a world filled with predators stronger, faster, and deadlier than we could ever be? Welcome to PRIMORA History, where we uncover the untold stories of the past. Today, we're traveling back millions of years to step into the harsh, dangerous, yet fascinating world of prehistoric humans. Section 1. The world they inherited. Long before cities, before farms, before even language, early humans lived in landscapes that were nothing short of brutal. We're talking about saber-toothed cats, giant hyenas, and massive predators like cave lions roaming freely. Climate was unpredictable. Ice ages would freeze entire continents. Then suddenly the earth would warm, flooding valleys and changing entire ecosystems. Most people imagine humans ruling the world. But back then, we weren't kings of anything. We were prey. We were vulnerable. We were fighting just to make it through one more night. But here's where it gets even stranger. Despite all these challenges, not only did humans survive, we thrived. Section 2. The first tools. Picture this. A group of early humans gather around a riverbed. One of them picks up a sharp rock and smashes it against another, creating a cutting edge. That moment changed history forever. The first stone tools, called the Oldowan tools, were simple but revolutionary. With them, humans could cut meat, crack bones for marrow, and defend themselves against predators. Here's a rare fact. Scientists found stone tools in East Africa that date back nearly 2.6 million years. That's almost 100,000 generations ago. And guess what? Those sharp rocks may have been more important to survival than fire, at least in the beginning. Section 3. The struggle for fire. Fire didn't come easily. Contrary to what movies show, early humans didn't just strike rocks together and instantly spark flames. For thousands of years, fire was something to be feared. It came only from lightning strikes or volcanic eruptions. But eventually, humans learned not only to use fire, but to control it. This was more than warmth. Fire scared away predators. It cooked food, making it easier to chew and digest. It extended the day, allowing humans to tell stories, bond, and plan for tomorrow. One anthropologist calls fire the first social media because it gave people a place to gather and share knowledge. And here is the twist. Cooking food may have literally reshaped our evolution, helping our brains grow larger because cooked meat provided more energy. Section 4. Hunters or hunted. Most people assume prehistoric humans were mighty hunters. The truth? For a long time, we were scavengers more than hunters. Imagine waiting for a lion to finish its kill. When it finally walks away, humans would sneak in, using sharp tools to strip the bones clean. It wasn't glamorous, but it worked. Scavenging gave humans calories they desperately needed. Over time, though, humans flipped the script. We developed spears, traps, and group hunting strategies. We didn't need to be the strongest. We became the smartest predators the world had ever seen. But here's where it gets even stranger. Humans weren't just chasing animals. Sometimes they were being hunted by them. Fossil evidence shows human bones with bite marks from saber-toothed cats and giant hyenas. Survival was never guaranteed. Section 5. The power of groups. Alone, an early human stood almost no chance. But together, everything changed. Humans learned the power of cooperation. One person could distract a predator, while another grabbed food. One person could watch the fire, while others went to find water. And most importantly, humans began to share knowledge. If one figured out how to sharpen a stone, the whole group benefited. Rare fact. Studies of ancient campsites show circles of stones where groups sat together. This might have been the birth of culture. Moments where survival turned into something more. Community. Mini recap. So far, we've seen how prehistoric humans went from prey to tool makers, fire keepers, and community builders. But survival wasn't just about tools and teamwork, it was about adapting to a changing world. Section 6. Facing the Ice Ages. Imagine temperatures dropping so low that entire forests froze. Glaciers expanded across continents, swallowing valleys and pushing humans into smaller and smaller territories. The ice ages weren't a single event. They came in waves. Each one tested human resilience. Fur wasn't enough. Humans had to invent clothing from animal skins, shelters from wood and bone, and strategies for warmth. Rare fact: in Siberia, archaeologists found shelters built entirely from mammoth bones, proving that humans used every resource, even the skeletons of giants. Section 7. Language and communication. How do you hunt a mammoth without words? How do you warn your tribe about danger without shouting nonsense? At some point, humans developed the most powerful survival tool of all: language. This wasn't just grunts and signals. It was the beginning of stories, instructions, and teaching. With language, knowledge could pass from one generation to the next. Think about it. Without language, fire-making might have been lost every time a skilled person died. But with language, secrets of survival were preserved. Some scientists believe early cave paintings were part of this communication system, a way of teaching and remembering. Section 8. The battle with other humans. Here's a twist most people forget. Prehistoric humans weren't alone. Neanderthals, Denisovans, and even other mysterious species walked the earth alongside us. Sometimes we traded with them, sometimes we interbred, and sometimes we fought. The evidence is chilling. Skulls with blunt force trauma, settlements burned, competition for land and resources was real. Yet, in the end, one species outlasted them all: us, Homo sapiens. Why? Most likely because of adaptability, cooperation, and innovation. Mini recap. From scavengers to firekeepers, from prey to storytellers, humans weren't just surviving, they were evolving into something unstoppable. Section 9. Rare survival strategies. Here are some survival tricks you probably never learned in school. Early humans sometimes chewed charcoal after eating toxic plants. It worked like a natural filter to absorb poisons. They used animal fat as a kind of primitive sunscreen in icy regions, protecting skin from harsh winds. And in desperate times, they boiled bones for days to extract every last drop of fat, literally squeezing life out of scraps. Most people don't know this, but survival wasn't just about strength. It was about creativity under pressure. Section 10. The dawn of culture. Survival is one thing, but prehistoric humans weren't only fighting to live. They were starting to live for something more. They painted caves, buried their dead with rituals, and carved figurines from stone and ivory. These weren't just hobbies. They were signs of imagination, spirituality, and identity. It suggests that even in a brutal world, humans dreamed of something greater than themselves. Finally, so how did prehistoric humans struggle and survive? They faced predators stronger than them, climates colder than imagination, and battles with rival species. And yet, they endured through tools, fire, language, and community. The next time you flip a light switch, cook food, or share a story, remember, these everyday acts began millions of years ago in the struggles of our ancestors. This was PRIMORA History, where we uncover the hidden stories of the past. If this journey fascinated you, subscribe and stay with us, because the next mystery might just change the way you see the world. Up next on PRIMORA History, we'll explore the lost civilizations buried beneath the sands of time, societies that vanished without a trace, leaving behind questions we're still struggling to answer. Don't miss it!